Darling, where's your coffee? Today I decided to do a video about how I managed to get rid of my stretch marks and how I consistently do so. If this is something you're interested in, make sure you are subscribed, make sure you hit the like button, and yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so I know that most of the times I hear a lot, especially on social media, reading papers, blogs, whatever. They always say that it's genetic. I think that's one thing about stretch marks. It's like people have given up on like finding something to like remove them, and they're always saying it's genetic, or whatever they suggest is always something that ordinary people cannot afford. You know what I mean? Obviously there are treatments that you can do to get rid of stretch marks, such as laser and microdermabrasion, right? I've done laser for my armpits, and then I've also done microdermabrasion for my stretch marks, but I only did microdermabrasion later. So there are products, or rather ingredients, that you can look out for that can actually help you to remove stretch marks. Like I say, usually you will hear it's genetic, it's genetic, it's genetic, it's genetic. Really, it doesn't have to be genetic. Often it's like, how people with like acne are often told that, oh, it's genetic. Anything that there's no obvious cure for is always dubbed as genetic, and that is far from the truth. Sometimes it is genetic, sometimes it isn't. Like, for example, my mom had 2 kids. She doesn't have a single stretch mark in her body. Never had a stretch mark. I started developing stretch marks when I hit puberty because I am extremely curvy. I'm very heavy. My bottom is heavy. I've got curvy hips. I've got a curvy bum, and so my body fat is on my lower body, right? So whenever I lose weight suddenly, whenever I gain weight suddenly, stretch marks do appear just like that. That's how easy it is for me. So it's the same with acne. Often they will tell you it's genetic, but then sometimes you'll find that you have a big family. You're the only person in your family who has acne. Everybody else does not have it. Sometimes you find that in your family you have clear skin, everybody else has acne. You know what I mean? So these things, they differ, but definitely there are products that can be used to be able to deal with all of these things. You don't have to accept it as it is. Not that there's anything wrong with having stretch marks. There's nothing wrong with it. A lot of women have them, but I do know that they do affect self-esteem. For me, I've been very lucky just because my skin tone, the way it is, usually when the stretch marks appear, you can't really tell that they're stretch marks because usually they look like my skin. But I know that when they start appearing, when they're like red, they can be visible. You know what I mean? So to each their own. If you don't want to get rid of them, if you're comfortable with them, that's good for you. If you're looking for a solution that can work, and you really don't want to deal with them, that's great, because I have something for you that can actually work. So the first thing that I noticed about my skin, where I usually get stretch marks, is the fact that the skin is extremely dry. So I will say that hydration is very, very important. It's important to hydrate and moisturize your skin, and do it as often as possible. For me, my body is actually extremely dry. I've got dry skin. It doesn't matter if it's summer or winter, my skin is very dry. My body is very, very dry. My face, that's another topic for another day. So I will say that it's very important to hydrate your skin. Make sure you add in water, make sure you moisturize, but before you moisturize, make sure you exfoliate. Okay, so this is a product that I love so much. This is Skin Fix resurfaced glycolic renewing scrub. This is a pre-shower and in-shower chemical and manual exfoliators. I don't know if you can see it clearly. So this has 7% glycolic acid, and it also has 6% lactic acid, plus it also has some physical exfoliants in there. It's got like some pumice, that actually exfoliates your skin. Another scrub that I will use that I know works personally is the First Aid Beauty, the one made for strawberry legs. I will definitely link it in the description below. It really works. Okay, you can exfoliate your body at least 3 times a week. Okay, you can exfoliate before you do anything else. Make sure you exfoliate, right? 3 to 4 times a week, and then make sure you moisturize. Okay, that's extremely important. Now I'm going to talk about the ingredients. Glycolic acid and lactic acid, they are alpha hydroxy acids, which are humectants. They are also chemical exfoliants, so they exfoliate the skin. Glycolic acid has larger molecules, so it's able to penetrate into the skin deeper. Lactic acid has smaller molecules, but it is more hydrating, and with lactic acid you can see an improvement almost immediately. Like when you use glycolic acid, you can see an improvement within a few days, whereas with glycolic, it takes a bit of time to work because it really goes deep. Okay, so on the topic of lactic acid, here's my other fave, lactic acid by The Ordinary, 10% AHA. It's a high strength lactic acid superficial peeling formula. Actually, how I discovered that lactic acid can actually remove stretch marks was when I was using this alone. Last year I started using this on my stretch marks on my booty, and within literally 2 weeks the stretch marks were gone. And I was not doing it for stretch marks, I was doing it just to exfoliate my body. And then one day I woke up, the stretch marks were gone. I was like, wow, because this was the only thing I was using, so I knew this definitely works. This is 10%, so it is high strength. They also have a 5% one. I don't know how effective that one is. This is the holy grail. As you can see, this is almost done. It's like finished, but luckily I do have another one in my bags. I've been traveling a lot, so I haven't had time to like unpack and stuff like that. So lactic acid definitely works for stretch marks. It takes time, but it works. It takes like a few days. You can see a real huge difference. It works. So that's pretty much my routine. I exfoliate, and then I go in with this because it's quite watery, and then depending on how I'm feeling, I will go in with another body serum, which I don't have right now because it finished before I come here, but I will link it down below. That serum also has lactic acid and glycolic acid. Okay, it's a body serum, so it's a lotion consistency, but not too thick. So that one also works as well. I will link it down below. Make sure you check the description. Okay, so this is what really works for me. It has worked time and time again. As I said, I am bottom heavy, and one thing about me is I gain weight pretty fast, I lose weight pretty fast. In a few days I can gain weight, in a few days I can lose weight. So that's not really good, which is why it's important for someone like me to keep a consistent weight, because whenever this happens, it's always like a huge shock to my body, all the stretching back and forth. So even though I use these products, sometimes the stretch marks will start reappearing because it depends on, am I losing weight, am I gaining weight? And that depends on a lot of factors. When I'm not sleeping well, I get more tired, I eat more, and then I gain weight like that or something. There's always something going on, so that really affects whether or not I've got stretch marks or not, right? So this is what I've used. One last product that absolutely works is this Tretinoin. Okay, this is 0.05%. This one is actually only available by prescription, so you need to go see a dermatologist, maybe go to the chemist, maybe go to a dermatologist and they will recommend it for you, which is why I left this one last, because you cannot just get it over the counter. It's only available by prescription, so that means you have to see a doctor first and then be able to get it. But if you're looking for something that's like quick, you can definitely try this together with the First Aid Beauty what is it, First Aid Beauty body scrub, amazing, and the other serum that I've forgotten what's the name, but it's definitely going to be in the description box. And that's all I do, basically, just keeping this routine of like 3 to 4 times a week exfoliating, using this, and sometimes using this. It really helps. This you can use every day. Actually, if you just want to use these two, you can. If you just want to use this one alone, you can. But it's good to also like physically exfoliate your body. That really helps. And this you can use every day on your body, because the body is not like the face. You shouldn't use like a chemical exfoliant on your face every day, but you can definitely use it on your body. Okay, so that's about it. Please comment down below. Let me know if you know some of these hacks. Let me know if you've tried some of these products. Let me know what else you want to see next time. And yeah, I will see you soon. Namaste.